We're here to test the astonishing acceleration of the new...
When people say the word Renault and hot hatch, the chances are you automatically think about a Clio or Clio Cup car. However, there was one car from the 80s called the Renault 5 GT Turbo. Generally came with a 1.4 turbocharged engine, which was a direct competitor to the Golf GTI and the Pug 205 GTI, as many of you know. Making around 115 brake horsepower may not seem a lot in this day and age, but in those days, only weighing 850 kilograms, it was generally impressive. When the version 2 came out, it came with a Garrett T2 turbo, air-to-air intercooler, and a pushrod 1.4 litre carb-fed gasper. I mean, that was standard. Tuned, power to weight ratio, the limits were endless. Fast forward to 2025 and you more than likely won't see these cars on your daily travels unless you went to Max Power Reunion. Awful. The Jetta EJ20, everything's been stripped out. Wow, huge. So as many of you know, we went to Autosport International 2025 and on our travels we saw a cola themed Renault 5 GT Turbo, and the owner of this fantastic car is also an organiser for Max Power Reunion. We had to have a conversation. Right, so listen, I am with the organiser of Max Power Reunion and with Max. How are you?
I'm alright, thank you, mate.
How awesome was that show last year?
Yeah, it was great, mate. It was great.
Yeah?
We had a good time. We had a good time.
We had an amazing time and we released about 3-4 videos just off that show. Tell me a little about what you've got planned for 2025.
Bigger and better.
Yeah?
Faster and louder,
Yeah, that's what we want. Wherever you went in that show, there was an outdoor scene, there was cars indoors, 2 warehouses full, upstairs, there were cars everywhere, all celebrating the Max Power era. You know, how necessary is that now in 2025?
I think you need it. I was just saying to a chap, for me, the whole Max Power era was a little bit of a step away from the social media side of car modifying. Like, some of the cars are absolutely crazy, and you either love them or you hate them, but there wasn't social media to turn you away from your ideas. If you could imagine it, you would build it in your garage, turn it up at the show, and people either love it or hate it. And that's why when you go to a Max Power show, you see so many cars which are just absolutely wild out there.
Yeah, because you know, like a lot of my viewers know we go to a lot of the same shows, and this is the first time I went to Max Power Reunion last year, and it was just a breath of fresh air. It was something to do, something different to see, and the builds were wild. Come on, tell us, those builds indoors were wild.
Yeah, there's some fantastic cars indoors. A lot of effort goes into them, and a lot of the cars built in the Max Power era are built by, like myself, built in their garage with their own hands. Nobody's been paid such to build them. It's your own creativity, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, exactly. So tell me a little bit about your car. I can see this Renault 5 GT Turbo behind you. Tell me a little bit about it.
My car, it's a Renault 5. It started live actually as a Renault 5 Campus.
Really?
Yeah. It's,
we saw a few of those there.
Yeah. So it's a Camp Plus, if you like.
Yeah, Camp Plus.
So yeah, but it's fully converted to a Renault 5 Turbo, running gear and all the rest of it. And my bedroom poster car was the Charisma Renault 5.
Oh yes, wow, yeah.
So that was my hero car as such, and that's sort of what I went for with a bit of my own spin on it. So,
amazing. So just a quick lightning end-to-end of spec. I know this is probably loads of stuff, but tell me a little bit about the spec very quickly.
Running 230 horsepower, which in today's numbers isn't a huge amount, but
back then
it was massive when you think it's only a 1.4 turbo.
With the Vauxhall Novas and the 3 eyes, 4 eyes, RS turbos, etc. 2220 was pretty quick.
It was pretty hefty, yeah. And it moves. I mean, I don't really race these days because it blows up if you do. And with being an old car, it's hard to get the parts, but I did race a modern Golf GTI and absolutely obliterated him off the mark. And then we pulled up at the lights after. He said, "Whoa, what have you got in that?" And he couldn't believe that it was just a 1.4 turbo.
Power to weight ratio. These.
Yeah.
I know some guy. I think his handle is Look It's Goo, and he's got an EJ Subaru engine in his Renault 5
Oh, that's
as
nuts.
well.
That is nuts.
Wow. What's the next thing you would do to it? What's the next thing you do to it? I mean, it looks.
At the moment, I mean, I'm happy with how it looks at the moment, but I do change it every year for the shows in one way or another. The Coca-Cola livery is all new for this year, as well as the front bumper and stuff. But the next change that I'm going to do to it, I think, is going to be a complete rip back, wide arch turbo to the Turbo 2 kit on it, bags. I think that's my next.
Where did you get the Coca-Cola dust caps from?
I made them. They were
Really?
they were key rings that I drilled out and put some dust caps inside.
Oh, they're awesome, mate.
Thanks,
They're
mate.
awesome.
Appreciate it. Thank
Wow. So where can people find you? You've got an Instagram for the
Yeah,
car?
it's at Coca-Cola R5 GTT.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's been fantastic. Thank you very much.
Thanks
Thank you
very
for the
much.
time.
Thank you for your time.
Everybody, make sure you go to Max Power reunion next year or this year, 2025. It's going to be wild. And if you want to see the full coverage of Max Power Reunion 2024, I'll leave a video link in the description. Go and watch it. You'll love it. And remember, subscription's free, so this is the best time to hit that subscribe button if you love this content and want to see more. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next video.